Yo, what up guys, STG Sub the Gamer, and boy does it feel good making a nice and long commentary. Now before I do, I just want to quickly apologize for not making a video in about 2-3 days. Why? I lost my electricity and it sucks so much reading and listening about all the free agents, all these trades when I couldn't make a video about it. But you guys asked for it, so I'm entertaining you guys with this online gameplay featuring the OKC Thunder and my team, the Portland Trail Blazers. And if you guys didn't know, NBA 2K updated the rosters for online, so you can now play with all the injured players like Derrick Rose and so on. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. It's really interesting and really intense, but let's start talking about the free agency and trades, of course, too. So we're going to be saving the best players for last. You guys know who they are, but right now, since I'm running with Portland, might as well talk about them. The Portland Trail Blazers are really interested in Roy Hibbert. He was an all-star this year, had a breakout season with the Pacers. He would be a great touch because, of course, Odin is injured. He might lead the team, so honestly, he would be really good and a great pickup for the Portland Trail Blazers to pick up this all-star center. They also were offered by the Timberwolves for Nicholas Batum. Now honestly, if Batum leaves this team, it's going to be really bad for Portland because this guy is such a promising player, very young, and if he leaves, honestly, Portland will have to be a rebuilding team. But if they can pick up Roy Hibbert, keep LaMarcus Aldridge, keep Nicholas Batum, this team is definitely a playoff contending team. Now let's start talking about my team, the Chicago Bulls. Now Luol Deng is definitely a big player when it comes down to free agents and trading this season. And honestly, right here from rumors that I've read, that he might be traded to the Kings for Tyreke Evans and a pick. So that would be a very rebuilding type of way for the Chicago Bulls, but in a way it might make them better. But then again, they lose their small forward, so who's going to guard LeBron? So stuff like that, very controversial, just rumors. But something that's a fact is that the Rockets offered Umar Ashik a very big contract. He's going to be getting about $8 million a year. Now if the Chicago Bulls don't match that, Umar Ashik is gone. Honestly, I believe the Chicago Bulls will not match this contract, and Umar Ashik will make himself in the Houston Rockets. Now we're getting warmer for some better trades. Lamar Odom makes his way to the Clippers. Now we all knew when he went to the Mavericks, he hated it. He despised playing for the Mavericks, the team that eliminated him out of the playoffs the previous year. He knew that he was not fit for the Mavericks and he wanted to go back to LA. Who would have thought he meant the Clippers? Lamar Odom now a Clippers member, which means someone from their team had to leave, and that was Mo Williams. Mo Williams will now be playing the starting point guard role in the Utah Jazz, which makes you wonder what's going on with Devin Harris. Now Devin Harris might be going to the Atlanta Hawks for Marvin Williams. So if that's not enough for you guys, there's still so many more players and speculations about these trades and rumors, so I'm definitely going to be touching up on them right now. But before I do, I just want to quickly let you guys know that I am getting owned right now in this game. And if you always wonder, I always try playing and running with lower ranked teams. If you guys noticed that, I like doing that because I feel more accomplished when I beat a very high ranked team. Because nowadays when you play 2K online, everyone's going to be running with the Miami Heat or the OKC Thunder. No disrespect to you guys if you do, but that's just the way it is because they're so good. So I like running with lower teams like the Portland Trail Blazers, the Jazz, not the Jazz, the Nets, the Brooklyn Nets. Don't worry, we're going to be talking about them later on. But let's start talking more about free agency. The Boston Celtics. Now Kevin Garnett has agreed to stay with Boston for at least 3 more years, and that shows a lot of dedication to a team that he won his first ring with. Now him with the Timberwolves, he destroyed the NBA. He was that good, but no rings. He won his ring with Doc Rivers, and he showed his loyalty and faith to Boston. He's staying with them, and this definitely has a big impact on Ray Allen. Now before, Ray Allen had mutual interest with the Miami Heat and going and playing for the champs. But with KG staying with the Boston Celtics, he might persuade Ray Allen, the best three-point shooter of all time arguably, to stay with Boston. It's going to be very tough, so I can't wait to see how things work out. Speaking about veterans like Ray Allen, what about Steve Nash? Now Steve Nash, oh my god, is this guy a beast. He can pass it, he can score, he can shoot, he can do it all. So much respect for this veteran. Now this guy started off in the Dallas Mavericks, disrespected beyond disrespect, did not get his pay that he deserved to get, went to the Phoenix Suns and got 2 MVPs. He proved the Dallas Mavericks wrong. So honestly, if the Dallas Mavericks want to pick up Steve Nash, they got to offer him a lot. I don't think it's going to happen because they already got Jay Kidd. He might leave too. But anyways, now brand new team in mind for Steve Nash. Now this is rumors, but the Toronto Raptors, his hometown, makes a lot of sense if you think about it. He's from Canada, and if he wants to retire this year, what better team to retire than his home team, his hometown? It's very possible, but I remember hearing Steve Nash saying he wants to play for at least 2 to 3 more years, which means he should go for a contending team. The Miami Heat, the Orlando Magic, so many teams that could really use him, so we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. But I'm kind of leaning toward Toronto if he's looking to retire. As I started making my comeback in this gameplay, it's time to start talking about the big players, starting off with Crash, aka Gerald Wallace. He agreed to a 4-year, $40 million contract with the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets want to keep Deron Williams. The Brooklyn Nets just picked up Joe Johnson from the Atlanta Hawks. Now we all know that Joe Johnson was not the same player he was 2 years ago this season. But I'm telling you, this guy has potential, and him playing with Deron Williams and Gerald Wallace, it has so much potential for a playoff team. We're not even getting to the good stuff yet. Let's just tell you who Joe Johnson got traded for. Joe Johnson got traded for Anthony Morrow, Jordan Farmer, Deshaun Stevenson, Jordan Williams, John Petro, and a pick that Brooklyn received from the Houston Rockets. So this is going to be a great team already. But now it's time to talk about the 2 biggest players this year, this season for free agency, starting off with Deron Williams. Now real talk, we already know that Deron Williams is going to go to one of the 2 teams. He's going to stay with Brooklyn where he's going to get the most money, or he's going to simply go to Dallas. Now honestly, with all these moves the Brooklyn Nets are making, I honestly feel like he's going to be staying with the Brooklyn Nets. Why? Because there's so much potential in this team. Now Dallas Mavericks, Dirk's getting old. They got to start rebuilding right now. But Brooklyn, oh my god, they got a young Crash, 30 years old, not bad. They got Joe Johnson, he can recover. But most importantly, I'm going to say it one more time, most importantly, they have a chance of getting the greatest center in the NBA right now. Okay, arguably, there's Andrew Bynum too, but Dwight Howard, Superman, next to Shaq, this guy might come down to the Brooklyn Nets. Now, I've been reading a lot about Dwight Howard, and honestly, compared to about a couple of months ago when he signed his extension, this guy wants to leave this team. Dwight Howard is done with the Orlando Magic. He is done. Oh, Dwight Howard is done with the Orlando Magic community. Now, he loves and respects it, every single thing they've done for him, but he wants out now. He requested for trades, and he said if he doesn't get traded to the teams he's interested in, he's just simply going to wait for this season to end and explore his free agents options next year. He's done with Orlando. Honestly, it would be stupid for Orlando not to trade this guy because he's done with Orlando, and if they don't trade him this season, it's over. Orlando's going to be bankrupt once Dwight Howard goes away. They're going to get no one in return. But right now, the Nets are looking very possible. But I was reading more articles right now saying that Joe Johnson is in the Brooklyn Nets might have a chance of not making Dwight Howard contender for the Brooklyn Nets because he might not accept the pay cut like LeBron James did along with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. But it's possible if Dwight Howard takes a small pay cut like Joe Johnson and of course Gerald Wallace and Deron Williams, this team might be one of the teams that might be able to compete with the Miami Heat. No disrespect to the OKC Thunder, they're up there too. But just imagine the OKC Thunder versus the Nets in the conference finals. That would be amazing. But there's also another team that Dwight Howard might end up going to, and that's the Rockets. The Houston Rockets. Now the Rockets have a lot of cap space to spare in hopes of getting Dwight Howard. But honestly, Dwight Howard is not going to be playing the way he wants to play for a team that's not going to win the finals. Honestly, as much as I respect the Rockets, they're just not at that caliber yet to win the finals. So Dwight Howard going to the Rockets is a big possibility, but he's definitely going to be leaving free agency next year. Now another big team that he might be interested in is going to the Dallas Mavericks. Now they need a center right now. They lost Tyson Chandler, Dirk Nowitzki, Dwight Howard, and possibly Ray Allen if you go to the Mavericks. That will also be a great team. But I honestly think if he goes and takes a pay cut to go to the Brooklyn Nets, now Brooklyn, this ain't New Jersey, this is Brooklyn. Both great cities, but Brooklyn, New York, big crowd, big atmosphere. Honestly, if he goes to the Brooklyn Nets with Gerald Wallace, with Deron Williams, with Joe Johnson, I'm not sure if Chris Humphries is going to be staying, but I'm sure he'll be loved then. And if this all happens, this will be an all-star team. If this team goes against the OKC Thunder, the Miami Heat, the Lakers, it's going to be amazing. So honestly, guys, in the comments down below, tell me, what are your thoughts on this free agents, all these trades, these rumors? If you guys know any rumors, hit them up in the comments. I want to read this. I love these rumors. There's so much to talk about, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. This guy has his last shot to tie to go to overtime, but judging with the time left of this video, he misses it. That's some good D. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Once again, let me know about all the trades, rumors. What are your thoughts on Dwight Howard, Deron Williams, Joe Johnson, Gerald Wallace, everyone, Ray Allen, Steve Nash? Thanks for watching this video, guys. STG Sub the Gamer. If you enjoyed it, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Please give it a thumbs up. It takes 5 seconds, and it helps me out so much. STG Sub the Gamer. Have a good one, guys. Peace.